What is up, guys? Today we got the Pixel 6 Pro versus the Galaxy S21 Ultra here. So let's go ahead and start off with the price. Pixel 6 Pro you can pick up for around 900 bucks. Galaxy S21 Ultra is still roughly around the same, brand new, around 900 bucks as well. So you can pick this one up renewed like I got, or refurbished for around 750 bucks. And I'll have those links down below for you guys. So let's get into it. Two very awesome flagships this year. So let's go ahead and start off with the hardware. So these are two pretty big phones. So you can see both premium designs, and also what I love this year is that Google went with a very unique design. So I really do love that. Let's just start off with build quality here. So S21 Ultra, it does have a premium design, aluminum frame, glass back with a sort of matte finish on here. Also IP68 dust and water resistant as well. With the 6 Pro, it is also a premium design, aluminum frame, glass back, but it's got a glossy type of finish on here. And then you have just this super unique looking camera module on the Pixel 6 Pro, and it is also IP68 dust and water resistant. If I was going to choose between the two designs, I think I kind of like the S21 Ultra a little bit more, just because of the matte finish. Pretty much any phone with a matte finish I'm always going to go with, because I just love filming on these because they don't show fingerprints as much. But depending on which color you get with the Pixel, if you get the lighter colors, you really won't see the fingerprints on this one either. But as far as size wise here, S21 Ultra is definitely thicker at the top and slightly, at the bottom. So I think it's overall a thicker phone. As far as weight, they both kind of are heavy phones, but I would say S21 does feel a little bit heavier here. And just to show you guys the button layout, they both have stereo speakers, which we will get into, USB Type-C as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the displays on both of these phones here. So with the Pixel 6 Pro, it is a 6.71 inch display, and it is a 120 Hz HDR10 display. It's an AMOLED display, 512 for the PPI. It does have a slight curve to the glass here. S21 Ultra, again, it's a 6.8 inch display. So they're pretty much almost the same in terms of size. 1440p display as well, 515 for the PPI, HDR10 Plus. They pretty much look the same, honestly. Again, the S21 Ultra does seem a little bit more saturated color-wise, but just by a little bit. Yeah, so the displays, they just honestly look the same to me. Two beautiful displays, color-wise, and also both 120 Hz displays, so both silky smooth when it comes to scrolling. It's just, these are just very smooth phones, guys. So I really don't see a big difference as far as display design here. I think the Pixel might have a little bit more bezel at the bottom, but honestly, you would have to look really close. But yeah, two beautiful displays here. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the specs. So with the Pixel 6 Pro, we are running stock Android 12, Google Tensor chip, Mali G78 GPU, no SD card support, 128 gigs of internal storage, and 12 gigs of RAM on the base model. S21 Ultra is running Android 11, Snapdragon 888, Adreno 660, no SD card support, 256 gigs and 12 gigs of RAM. As you can see, the Tensor chip does lose out to the Snapdragon chip, and both the single and multi-core, but really, mostly the multi-core. The single core is kind of tied almost. But let's go ahead and see what we get with opening applications. See if we notice any difference here. Almost the same there. YouTube, S21 Ultra. So it looks like the S21 Ultra is just going to be slightly a little bit faster. And again, both super smooth feeling phones. Now I did upgrade PUBG to the latest settings, so we'll see. But last time I checked, The S21 Ultra is going to be the better gaming device. It plays Fortnite at 60 frames. The Pixel 6 does not. And I'm not sure if they've updated PUBG yet, so we're gonna find out here. But this does not play PUBG how it's supposed to, and I think it's mostly because the Google Tensor chip, it's a fairly new chip, so it's not optimized. But if I was a gamer, I would go with the S21 Ultra, you know, solely because of I don't think this Tensor chip is optimized, you know, to get the most power out of it. So let's go ahead and see here. Yeah, so it's still not optimized, as you're going to see here. So no Ultra HD. And as you can see, everything is pretty much maxed out on the S21 Ultra here. So what does that mean? So basically the S21 Ultra is the better gaming phone. So like I said earlier, if you're gaming, your best bet is really to go ahead and get a S21 here. Alright, so as far as gaming performance, like I said, I would go with the S21. It plays Fortnite at 60 frames, and also you're just going to get better settings in PUBG as well. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take for the Tensor chip to be updated. So, you know, your best bet if you were just buying right now is to go with the S21 or the 888 chip. This still plays games fine if you really want to go with the Pixel. You're just not going to be able to max everything out, but it does play fine, you know, on smooth extreme. I don't really have an issue with it. Alright, let's talk about the additional features and getting into the phone. So both of these phones do have NFC. They both have IP68 dust and water resistant. They also both have a lot of the same kind of features here, but the S21 does have desktop support on here and secured folders. They both have the wireless power sharing option on here as well. So if you want to charge, you know, a device on the back of, you know, either of these phones, you will be able to do that. Also, I think this is a big advantage with the Pixel. It's just going to get updates faster than the Galaxy phone. So the next version of Android comes out, you'll be the first to get it. So, you know, Android, let's say Android 15, you know, you'll be able to first to get it on the Pixel. So and also I do prefer stock Android over the One UI. That's just me personally. I just think it's a little bit more cleaner looking, and yeah, I just always prefer the look of stock Android. But yeah, so that really comes down to personal preference there. Now as far as getting into the phone, I do prefer the S21 Ultra because not only the fingerprint scanner is much faster than the Pixel 6 Pro, but you do have face unlock, and there is no face unlock currently on the Pixel 6 Pro. And also, the fingerprint scanner is not bad on the Pixel 6 Pro, but it definitely is not as smooth as or as fast feeling as the S21 Ultra here. So it still works, it's just not like effortless. And plus there's no face unlock on this guy. Alright, we got these speakers both max volume. Let's go ahead and see which one sounds the best here. Starting with the Pixel 6. So off the bat, I noticed that the Pixel 6 Pro does have more bass than the S21 Ultra, but it sounds like the S21 Ultra is slightly a little bit louder. Yeah, I think, yeah, you definitely have more crispier hi-hats too. So I think I would go with the Pixel 6 Pro. It's not as loud as the S21 Ultra, but I do prefer like the overall deeper bass. Yeah, so it really comes down to personal preference, but I think I like the Pixel 6 Pro speakers a little bit more here. Alright, so let's talk about image quality on both, but before we see those side-by-side stills, let's go ahead and discuss the specs. So with the S21 Ultra here, we have a 108 megapixel lens, a 10 megapixel periscope telephoto lens, a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, 12 megapixel ultra wide, shoots in 8K 24, and then a 40 megapixel selfie cam that shoots in 4K 60. The Pixel 6 Pro has a 50 megapixel lens, 48 megapixel telephoto, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, 4K 60, 11.1 megapixel ultra wide front facing camera actually, and then a 4K video that shoots in 30 FPS. So you can see 0.7, then we can go in 2x and then 4x on the Pixel, 0.6, 3x, 10x, 30x, and then 100x on the S21 Ultra. So the zoom capability is just massive on the S21 Ultra. So let's check out those side-by-side stills. Be sure to let me know what you guys think. Alright, here's our video on the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Ultra wide. Three X. Ten X. It's pretty crazy still. Wow, look at that. Alright guys, here's the video on the Pixel 6 Pro here. Punch out to the ultra wide. Two X. 4X. Now, both phones have these massive 5,000 milliamp batteries in them. So with the Pixel, you do have a 5,003 milliamp battery with 30 watt charging, 23 watt wireless charging with reverse wireless charging. S21 Ultra 5,000 milliamp battery, 25 watt charging, wireless charging at 15 watts, and reverse wireless charging. So the battery experience has been pretty much the same for me. These are both all-day phones, easily a day and a half for a light user. So you're really not going to notice like much of a battery problem with these phones. They charge reasonably fast. Again, not crazy fast like some phones, but I don't have an issue with it. So battery life is actually pretty great. So regardless of which one you go with, battery life is not really going to be a concern for you. So that is pretty much it, guys. Be sure to let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.